Hi, I am Eric Bjornstad with Bell Performance. Thanks for joining me today at this edition of the Bell Video Blog. Bell Performance, we are in the business of saving you money and making your life easier. And so what we want to talk about today is we want to talk about an article we wrote about a month ago. It was called The Rise of the Aftermarket. Now, the point of that was this notion that within the industry, within the automobile industry, what they used to say was that you get a certain percentage of people who were buying new cars, and then you get a certain percentage of the cars that were in this age range of like 4 to 7 years. And then you get all the cars older than that, the 8 years and over group. Now, for a very long time, what they found is there was a consistent percentage of people buying new cars. And then, if that percentage stayed the same, obviously those new cars would become 1-year-old cars, then 2-year-old cars, 3-year-old cars, and then they would age out into this 4 to 7 year bracket. And what they used to call that was they used to call it the sweet spot, or the I don't know, the sweet window, whatever you want to call it. But they used to be able to bank on there always being a certain percentage of cars in that market. Now, if you get a 4-year-old car, a 4-year-old car is going to have certain needs in terms of maintenance and upkeep that a 2-year-old car is not going to have. And so there was a significant market for what they called aftermarket supplies, aftermarket products, all marketed towards treating and improving and keeping these 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old cars on the road. Well, what's been happening the last few years? Well, people are not buying new cars as much as they used to. New cars are expensive. They're expensive to buy. People are not taking on as much debt. They can't get approved for as much debt, so car loans are suffering. By and large, new car sales have gone down. Well, if new car sales go down for 3 or 4 years, what happens to the number of 4 to 7-year-old cars on the market? Well, by definition, those go down. What they're finding, and all of this is really a result of a speech that was given at the annual convention of the National Petroleum Distributors Association. They have an interest in tracking stuff like this. And what the analysts found was that you were getting less 4 to 7-year-old cars. You were getting a lot more 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old cars. That used to be the age where people got rid of their cars. They didn't want them anymore. They were old, they were quirky, they were clunky. They would get rid of them, go get themselves a new car. Well, with the way the economy has been the last 3 years or so, that's not happening as much anymore. A lot more people are keeping cars till they're 8, 9, 10 years old. I mean, I myself, I have always kept cars. Even before I joined Bell Performance, I've always kept cars for a long period of time. So apparently, a lot of people are seeing the light as far as keeping their car on the road for as long as possible. So that's just an interesting note that industry and automobile industry analysts are taking notice. So if you have an older car like that, don't worry, there's a lot more people like you than you think. If you have an older car like that, well, you're watching the Bell Performance Video Blog, and if you want to go check out our website, you'll find we got a lot of information, a lot of resources geared specifically to folks like you. Bell Performance, we've been making fuel-additive products, obviously, for a long time. And one of the things our fuel-additive products do, whether it's Mixago, whether it's diesel, ethanol defense, they help to improve your engine, improve your performance, and keep your car running for as long as you want it to. So please come to the bellperformance.com website or the wefixfuel.com website, and you can find answers to a lot of your questions there. So anyway, thanks for joining me today at the Bell Performance Video Blog. Again, I'm Eric Bjornstad, and I hope that we will see you next time. Bye-bye.